like. I'll keep you warm all summer and after fall. I'll keep you warm all summer and after.
Crypto family, what's up everybody? My name is John and welcome to the Cryptologic channel. My mission here is to make crypto as logical as possible. So if you guys want to be logical crypto investors, then go ahead and like this video to help out the algorithm. Smash the subscribe button and hit that notification bell to be notified when a new video drops. How are you guys doing today? Happy Friday. Happy April Fool's Day. Today I was kind of worried about making content because I just feel like hopefully not too many people are posting like April Fool jokes when it comes to this stuff, because a lot of people can get believing it, because I've seen on Twitter already people are going crazy on April Fool's jokes, saying they're selling all this. Oh, I've officially sold out of Quant. I've sold all my XRP. I've sold all this. I've bought all Sheeb and Doge, and it's like the same old, you know, FUD, or it's not FUD, but people consider it fuzz, and then it's literally people that are like, why would you do that? Like, it's just funny to me. I'm just like, oh man, I don't want to be a part of that mess. Like, happy April Fool's Day. I stopped celebrating April Fool's Days when I went to high school, whatever. Like, that was, you know, I guess that's like people do that for fun, but I just haven't done it in a while or made an effort to make it a priority of mine every year, you know. So with that being said, happy Friday though. New month, new beginnings. What's going to happen this month? There's a couple things I want to talk about in regards of new months, right? And conversations about the regulation that's happening when it comes to the crypto space. And what it has to do with LCX, because remember, LCX is a regulatory compliant exchange that is on the World Economic Forum, and why I believe that this unfortunate news of the European Union clamping down on regulation is actually bullish for LCX. It's just my narrative and the reason why I'm stacking more LCX much as I can. And yeah, it's going to be kind of a fun video, short video. Thank you guys for tuning in, and let's dive right into the market. As you can see, we are at $2.13 trillion. That's GMT token is still killing it. Obviously, Zilliqa still killing it. I don't know if I could say that word, but they're just doing really well. Obviously, look at this, $2.87. Just 7 days ago, it was 77 cents. Just 7 days ago. Now it's at 289, so people are winning, are up big right now for the month. People are up big, and that's what I kind of want to talk about that in regards of month-to-month basis. I want to show you something pretty cool that I've kind of just want to point out. Bitcoin closed, I believe, around 45, 46K. Pretty solid. We want to pass, hopefully we want to pass 50K this month. Hopefully we can pass 50K. Amidst all the negative news when it coming out from the European Union, Bitcoin did tank a couple thousand, but it's still holding strong. I want to go over that in a little bit. Ethereum still holding strong over 3K, right? Solana's still doing well. XRP didn't drop under 80 cents. Cardano's still over $1. Avalanche is pumping. Luna's pumping. Everything is still pumping. Everything is doing well going into the new month. So I'm excited to see that. Let's take a look at crypto bubbles. Everything is green today. It's a nice day to take some profits or dollar cost average into, but your portfolio should not be looking too bad today, unless, I mean, if you zoom out, obviously from the last couple months, it's still down, because obviously we're still at a $2.1 trillion market cap. Like I said, we need to be over 3 trillion. We're over 3 trillion, 3.5 trillion. Everyone should be in profit, right? But I want to showcase, like, let's say, see Zilliqa. Zilliqa is pumping this whole month, right? And obviously for the month, if you had invested in the beginning of March 1st, 30 days ago, you would be up 355%. If you had invested this week, you'd be up 307%. And then if you obviously, since yesterday, you'd be up 8%. That's why I like looking at crypto bubbles and other exchanges or whatever to look at what's going on. And I know this is like something common, and this makes me really want to get into technical analysis, which is what I will be doing. I have some things in the back end that I got set up that I have been able to acquire, so that will help me with technical analysis and whale watching, etc., and watching the markets and everything like that. So I'm really bullish about that moving forward. Once I'm comfortable with that, just give me a couple weeks. Once I'm comfortable with my knowledge and my and confidence of showcasing you guys technical analysis, I will be implementing it into the channel or the videos. But it's something that I just signed up for, and I'm very bullish on it moving forward because I'm going to be able to learn about it. And it's kind of, it's not like a course, but it's a program that teaches you how to maneuver through watching the charts and reading the charts and when to buy and basically kind of predict when tokens are going to go on a run based on the selling and buying and stuff like that. So the volume and everything like that. It's kind of confusing, but I'm obviously learning terminology when it comes to that. So I'm very excited to add that to my repertoire or my resume or whatever, and helping you guys when you guys watch this, watch my videos. There's more value coming out of it, and then obviously we can have great discussions about it, going live in the Discord or on the channel. That would be something really fun, and I'm looking forward to that. I want to add that to my resume, so I want to share that with you guys. But I respect all people that do technical analysis because I know that it is a big incremental part of your success in crypto. So this is cool when you look at it this way. If like at the end of the month you look at your token and see how they did, obviously you'd be up 356% if you had just bought some Zilliqa in the beginning of the month. And then for the year, from today, people should be profiting. So it was funny because I bought Zilliqa initially in April of 2021. So around this price range is when I bought, and I sold in the summer. And I think I sold at a loss. I can't remember, but that was before I matured as a crypto investor. So I remember buying Zilliqa and then selling and then realizing, like, if I had just held, I would probably had all my money back by now. And then hopefully for a lot of people, it's going to keep going, right? I still haven't bought in this month because obviously I'm just going to rebuy what I just bought. So the whole time I should have been dollar cost averaging or bought anytime from the summer to basically the beginning of the last week or so. I'd be up tremendously. But I didn't put a focus on Zilliqa. And that's one of the things that I learned. I'm like, a lot of tokens we will buy because we like the project. If you're not willing to continuously buy it, then I feel like there's no point in buying it if you're just sitting there holding it. And that's what I realized. If I truly believed in Zilliqa, right, which I think I do, right? I do, but not enough to where I would put it over Quant or LCX or VXV or Alliance Block or whatever. But if Zilliqa was one of those on my list, on my bulletin board, I would have been buying this whole time, and I would have been up tremendously. I would have lowered my average price and bought more and been up tremendously. And that's how I looked at my portfolio. I'm like, these tokens that I hold, there's some that I used to just hold and just leave it there. And seeing it dip, seeing it pump, seeing it dip, seeing it pump, and then not like capitalizing on these runs. If I had just held and didn't buy anything, I still would be where I started. You see what I'm saying? So, like, if I really believed in it, I should have been dollar cost averaging, even though I had bought in high in April. And then instead of selling, I should have just kept buying it. But that's, like, hindsight. But, like, something like Quant, I bought originally at $70, but I kept buying. I never stopped buying. So I bought a $70 Quant, right? A couple Quant at $70. And I bought one at $150. And then I bought some at $90. Then I bought, I was still sporadically buying it to where my average is around whatever it is. It's still under the 400, but once Quant goes up to 400, I'm going to profit, right? As well as Alliance Block. A lot of my Alliance Block I bought around 50 cents. My average was like 56 cents. I've been accumulating under where we've been at for the past month, like around 20 cents. So I've lowered my average tremendously. So when Alliance Block goes back up to 50 cents, 60 cents, I'm going to be profiting. Same thing with LCX. So I've bought LCX around 3 cents initially, got hacked. By the time I was able to get some more and buy more, it was already 6, 8 cents. And I've been buying recently. I just bought some the other day at 12 cents. But at the end of the day, LCX goes back to all-time high. I'm still going to profit. So Zilliqa, if I had just kept buying at least in the beginning of March, I would have been profiting. A lot of people would have, or a lot of people did profit. That the ones I bought in March. But obviously, I would be up 6%. If I had held my Zilliqa to this day and didn't sell anything, I'd be up only 6%. Which is interesting how if you really sit back and think about it, look at your portfolio. That's all I'm saying. Just look at your portfolio and see how many tokens do you hold that you just have there, and you're not lowering your average. You guys know what I mean? And it's just sitting there, and then a pump like this happens. You don't get to reap the benefits of a pump like this when somebody that just bought in a month ago and you bought in a year ago, and you're like, oh, I bought Zilliqa a year ago, but you're not. Look at the difference. You're only up 6%, whereas someone that just got into crypto and bought it a month ago, they're up 355%. Like, that dynamic to me is just what makes crypto so fun. And like, man, like, you really have to respect the space and like say like, okay, if I had bought Zilliqa a year ago and I saw Zilliqa dip this much, you should have been accumulating. I sold my Zilliqa. If I had held my Zilliqa, I guaranteed myself that I probably would have bought some more. But the fact that I sold out meant that I moved on from the project. So that's what I'm saying. Moving forward, you guys are holding projects. If you guys think you bought at a top and you see it dip, accumulate some. Lower that average. Not financial advice, but lower that average. What I would do, just lower that average, and then you'll be able to reap the benefits like a Zilliqa. And Zilliqa is like a perfect example of it. And that's if you're just holding these projects, and you're just looking at a dip, and you just see it dipping, and you're not doing anything with it. Either you sell out of it or you buy the dip. Like, you buy and lower your average so you can have this feeling of, wow, I bought the dip. I lowered my price from 20 cents. My average was down to like 14 cents. You reap the benefits of profit. That's just my 2 cents on it. I hope that made sense. That was kind of a lot of words, but I hope that made sense. If you guys catch my drift, just don't stare. Just basically keep it short. Don't just look at your tokens and watch it dip. If you really believe in the project, buy the dip, and something like this happens, you feel you get a win. You know what I mean? I think that's like mandatory. Everyone should know. You know what I mean? But it's pretty interesting how the market plays out, how the world is going. And I was telling one of my buddies who's invested in Zilliqa, I said, hey, be careful. One bad news can tank the whole market. And we were close. Because why? This happened. Bitcoin, Ethereum dip as the European Union approves crypto wallet clampdown. The European Parliament voted in favor of pushing through strict regulations on self-hosted crypto wallets Thursday. The market has dipped in response. Obviously, we've retraced a little bit. But it says the key takeaways here are the European Parliament voted in favor of introducing strict regulations on non-custodial cryptocurrency wallets yesterday. This is considered your MetaMask, even the Coinbase wallet, your ledgers, everything that's not connected to KYC. Basically, you submitting your driver's license or your ID and letting them know who you are. So anything that's off hot exchanges. So it's, you know how they say not your keys, not your crypto? Anything that's your crypto, like that's you. That's like, you know how people would say, but they do the taxes, like, oh, I lost my USB drive. All my crypto is gone. I lost it all. So, yeah, you're not going to be able to do that anymore. And this is funny because they recently voted on a proof of work ban, and that was obviously denied. That didn't go through. So the European Union is freaking out for some reason, trying to clamp down on crypto. I don't know. They're going ham on it. Obviously, we're not in America. We're not really having that much of an issue. I'm going to go through that in a little bit. But there's something that I want to showcase. It says, in the case of a transfer of crypto assets from or to a crypto asset wallet not held by a third party, known as an unhosted wallet, your MetaMask, your Ledger, the crypto asset service provider or other obligated entity should obtain and retain the acquired originator and the beneficiary information from the customer, whether originator or beneficiary. So it says, although the proposal initially sought to monitor only transactions above a 1,000 euro threshold, it will now apply to all transactions. So if you're sending money from MetaMask to another MetaMask, like another friend, or to another wallet that you have, or to your cold storage, they want to know. They want to know how much. So back then, before this thing got into effect, or this law got passed, or whatever it is, you could have $1 million on your ledger and no one would know who it belonged to. Obviously, in the blockchain, that will be there if you did a record from transferring from somewhere to somewhere, like MetaMask, whatever. No one would know that that was your money. Now, the government's going to know that that's your money, which is terrible, right? So we got the crypto industry firing back, basically voicing their opinion on this. And the CEO of Coinbase said, imagine if the European Union required your bank to report you to the authorities every single time you paid your rent merely because the transaction was over 1,000 euros. It's huge. It's like, or if you sent money to your cousin to help with groceries, the EU requires your bank to collect and verify private information about your cousin before allowing you to send the funds. So you have to verify both ways who the money is going to and who is being sent to, and they have to verify that who they're receiving it from, etc. This eviscerates all of the European Union's work to be a global leader in privacy and law. It also disproportionately punishes crypto holders and erodes their individual rights in deeply concerning ways. It's bad policy. So obviously there's a vote to go and I guess stop it or whatever. And the CEO of digital wallet firm Ledger didn't mince his words, saying that the EU Parliament chose fear over freedom. So there's a thread about it. I'll link this in the description. It's crazy. It introduces unfeasible wallet verification requirements and unjustifiable reporting requirements for crypto companies that would have massively detrimental effects for European citizens and companies alike. So this is crazy, guys. Regulation is coming full steam ahead. Full steam ahead. They are just going through, throwing things at the wall and see what sticks. They don't even know what the hell they're doing. They don't know what the hell they're doing. That's why even this, for Americans, Biden administration's 2023 tax policy includes many key changes for crypto traders and investors. So they're raising the hell out of prices. And then they're also trying to figure out how to capture as much money as they can for crypto investors as well, too. And this is targeting offshore crypto. So crypto exchanges that are not in American base, they're going to find a way to know how much money you have over there and be able to tax you with that, too. It's insane. Right here it says, this would allow the United States to share information on an automatic basis with appropriate partner jurisdictions in order to reciprocally receive information on U.S. taxpayers. So it says that these proposals will be effective after December 31st, 2022. So it will be all transactions in 2023. So any transactions in 2023 would then be recorded and subject to taxation, whether or not you're using it an exchange that's in China or a different country, etc. They're going to know about the money that you have over there and where you're sending it. And it says that this information enables regulators to catch bad actors using offshore strategies to evade taxes. So that they're clamping down on regulation. They're clamping down on making sure that they get their money, and the crypto space is going to be stuck in a chokehold. But that's what happened. It's gonna get really ugly before it gets really good. And for the people that it's gonna get good for is being in fundamental cryptos that are going to pass regulation, that are gonna play by the books and make it to the other side. A lot of these cryptos are just gonna get pushed into the pit and say nope, 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 nope. And a lot of people hold a lot of cryptos, like 17,000 cryptos. You just have to make sure you're in the fundamental cryptos, and that's why people are against cryptos that are linked to institutions, linked to the government. But those are the ones that are going to survive. Think about the internet boom. What happened with the internet boom? So many internet companies got shut down, and what is left? The Googles, the Microsofts, the Apples, right? Things like that, big websites that, launched, that eventually got wiped out by Amazon, like e-commerce websites got launched out by Amazon. A lot of these companies had to adapt and copy Amazon. Like, oh, we got to be a retail store online. Like Walmart is trying to do that. Target. But remember your Kmart's, your Staples, all these small companies that got shut down. What was that big? Circuit City. You guys remember Circuit City? Who remembers Circuit City? Leave in the comments here. Remember Circuit City? Gone. Toys R Us, gone. Kmart, gone. Fry's, low key, gone. Right? A lot of these places are getting shut down. That got shut down, because they couldn't adapt to the online, and Amazon was able to do food shipping and everything like that. And then there's just so many websites out there. I'm kind of ranting now, but there's so many websites out there that were thriving, and then they just got shut down. But what I'm trying to say is, people are obviously against cryptos that are part of the institution, part of the government, part of the system. But unfortunately, those are the ones that are going to survive. There will be some that make it through that aren't attached to them. Okay? But at the end of the day, if you want to make it to the other side, you got to find those ones that are trying to change the world. And, I've listed on the show, so many of them can do that. Quant, XRP, XLM, Ethereum, obviously. Bitcoin is going to be owned by the elites, right? Avalanche, Luna, Chainlink, Alliance Block, KDA, ADA. Like there's you can go over in a polka dot. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of these tokens out here that are going to survive the long term. And I want to say this, with all this regulation coming, all this clamping on making sure that taxation is properly met, with taxation requirements are properly met, and I've said this for a year now, the big boys want to hear that, because they play by they play by the rules because they made the rules. That's what you guys need to understand. It's not the fact that they're playing by the rules. They're good people. They made the rules because they make it so tremendously hard for the average Joe to do what they do and become wealthy. That's why they have accredited investing. That's why they have a stipulation that, you have to have $100,000 minimum yearly salary or whatever the case to be able to invest in Coinbase before IPOs, to invest in Robinhood before IPOs, to invest in certain big companies before the IPO. You have to be an investor that's seasoned. You have to be accredited. You have to be, you don't get to invest in those companies. You invest into it when they get public. You buy the shares, and the ones that bought in early dump on you. Crypto is the one opportunity where you're able to buy in before them. We had this whole 10-year head start. And you see Zilliqa pumping, and I sent out a tweet. Zilliqa isn't pumping because of us or retail investors. That thing is pumping because of institutional money, which in one day you saw a $5 billion volume increase. And I saw a tweet that there's no way that the retail investors are doing that. That's institutional money because Zilliqa was announcing that they're getting into the metaverse. So anything that ties into the metaverse, institutions are going to flood in. Institutions are flooding in because they see, a lot of countries are clamping down on regulation. Making it harder for the little man. They're going to tax them. So a lot of people are going to stay away because the tax is not worth it anymore. That's what they see, and that's what they like. They want that. They see the infrastructure being built. We, like I said in my previous videos, we're the ones that's walking on the roads that's dirty, rocks everywhere. We're driving our new car that they just built. We're driving, trying to make it to the other side. They're waiting for the road to be built, the nice traffic lights, the pavement, so their tires don't get messed up, and they're just gonna stroll along. We're breaking the door down and being the early pioneers and going through the mud. They're gonna come through squeaky clean. And as you can see, Goldman Sachs to launch crypto services to what? High net worth clients in Q2 of 2022. As cryptocurrencies reclaim the $2 trillion market cap, the interest of investors in the emergent asset class keeps on growing, driving major financial actors such as Goldman Sachs to start offering them as investment vehicles to their clients. They know, crypto is getting serious. They're trying to figure out, the governments are trying to figure out how to tax them. They're trying to they're literally removing the bad rap that crypto had. When I first heard about crypto, I thought it was people that wanted to do things illegally and buy guns and drugs in the dark web. Because I saw the movie Dope, and that's what he did. He sold drugs and was allowing people to buy with Bitcoin because you can't trace that because it's through the blockchain. They're literally getting that narrative removed so they can come in and then turn it into a new asset class that they own. That's all it is. And we should know that from the beginning that that's what their plan is. As you can see here, it says we are working closely with teams across the firm to explore ways to offer thoughtful and appropriate access to the ecosystem for private wealth clients. And that's something we expect to offer in the near term. I'm telling you guys, regulation is coming. This is what they want. We don't care. We're the early pioneers, whether you got in 2020, 2017, 2016, 2015. Crypto is changing dramatically in the next few years. It's going to be nothing that we've ever seen or been in before, because these guys, they're removing that narrative of decentralization or whatever, or privacy. Nah, this is ours now. They're going to take it. I told you guys. They're going to take it from us. They're going to take it from us and then tax it, and they're going to make it so uncomfortably hard for us to just do what we're doing now. But I don't know if that's going to actually be the case, but I feel like that's their narrative. They're just going to push us aside, even though we were here first. They're going to walk in, push us aside, and go in. That's why we have the opportunity to become, nah. You can push that person aside. You're not pushing me aside. I'm going through this door too. We have the opportunity to do that. Some people are going to get in later in 2027, and it's too late. The taxes, it's just, we're going to have our opportunity right now to build the wealth and become one of them. We may not be just like them in a sense of how much wealth they have, but I guarantee you'll be much better in position than you are now, because you're in early enough, and as long as you respect the space and know where we're heading, and you know where we're heading true regulation, and it's a new asset class. These big boys are coming in, and they're going to take it from us. We will just be a part of that narrative, and then you do what you want with the wealth that you've acquired. And the last thing I want to say, why is this bullish for LCX? Because LCX is the pioneering a blockchain infrastructure that bridges traditional monetary system and the fast-moving trusted technology landscape. They're in the European Union, where the European Union is clamping down on regulation. LCX is playing by the rules, and they are regulated. They are, you hear the words, compliant. They're progressive, right? They're based in the European Union, and they are a compliant exchange that is going to offer solutions and security tokens for crypto investors and basically the digital asset class. They're part of the World Economic Forum. They're legitly, their mission right here, it says to become one of the world's first licensed and supervised blockchain ecosystem for professional investors. Professional investors. High net worth clients are considered professional investors. LCX is playing by the rules, whether you like them or not, whether you think they're controlled or whatever. They're playing by the rules. At the end of the day, I guarantee you the countries would rather have LCX than Binance, because Binance CEO is even stepping down because he can't deal with the regulation. He's just going to focus on the tech side. Binance is struggling, trying to figure out how to convert and become a regulatory compliant exchange. CRO is playing by the rules too. And like I said, there's going to be enough room for all of them. And I think LCX will be one of the big players that thrives and survives. And that's all I got for you guys today. Just keep in mind that we're still very early, but the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking, you guys. And if you guys are in this space now, respect it. Do your due diligence. Get through the boring news. You have to pay attention to stuff, because they're coming. The big boys are coming. This is how they become rich. And that's all I got, you guys. You guys have a great weekend. Thank you guys for watching the channel. Thank you guys for supporting me. I got some big new podcasts coming. Check out the one with Crypto Insight. It was an amazing podcast. But yeah, you guys, that's all I got. Well, I said that like 3 times already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Yeah.